Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Nighting with Bernd. There's no co-host tonight, so I'm flying solo, so I'm taking callers right now. So if you want to get on and you've never been on before, now's your time. It's just me and you. We can have a one-on-one. I'm very friendly, no rape. So I guess I should just speak about my week. Nothing happened on Monday, but on Tuesday I went to a doctor's, just get some routine blood results. And here's how fucking shit the NHS is. I arrived 20 minutes. My appointment was at 10 in the morning. I arrived at 20 22, and I didn't get in. There was no one in the waiting room at all. No one. So and I only got in at about 15 minutes past. It's fucking ridiculous. And I was only in there for 2 minutes. I literally walked in and just said, "Yeah, got nothing wrong with you. You just need to lose weight. That's all you need to do for this liver thing." So I was in there for like 3 minutes and I waited all that time. That was fucking horrid. And then on Wednesday, nothing happened. Because, well, I'm hickey, I never go out, so yeah. Just staying on World of Warcraft. I'm living a dream, right? Then on Thursday, well, a few weeks before Christmas, my doctor referred me to some fitness thing, just to help me lose weight. And I went to it and they said, well, yeah, it's a contract thing. You have like a 6 month contract, but in total, it's 24 months. I was like, what? I'm not doing that. No, I didn't want that such a commitment. And she said other stuff like, oh yeah, you have like psychiatric exams just to like find out why you're eating so much and why you fat. So I was like, what the fuck? And then like other stuff like that. So I just ended up walking out, and it was really hard because she was really fit as fuck. The woman, she was like blonde, 20 around 25, and green eyes. She was really fit, and she looked so totally disappointed. But why would you have really fit girls no doing no weight loss courses? You don't want to be sweating it out in front of a really fit girl. You know what I mean? You want to be doing it in front of like a middle-aged man. You'd feel comfortable, wouldn't you? And on Friday, I did the Friday feels. So yeah, I guess. Um, oh fucking hell, freaking the fuck out here, man. I guess one of our subject for tonight could be how's your New Year's resolutions going? And I'm doing alright. I promised myself that I'd lose weight, and I started on the 10th, and I'm still on it. I know it's only 3 days, but it's something, you know what I mean? It's been hitting the soups. It says there's 21 people listening. Come on, out of the 21 is at least one of them can call in. And to the Canadian who just said, I never figured you for the fatty Carl. Of course I'm fat, can't you hear it in my voice? All fat people have a distinctive voice. So you're lucky I'm muting my mic, mate, because if I weren't muting my mic, you'd hear me huffing and fucking puffing. Yeah, Forever Alone podcast, no one's calling in. Um, to the Romanian says, how do I plan losing weight? Just dieting, really. And eventually, around March or April, I start doing a bit of running and exercise. Just I can't be fucked at the moment. But yeah, just eating really low calories, around 5 to 800 calories a day. Now, if you're already thinking, oh, you can't do that, you'll die. Well, I do nothing all day. I don't leave my house, so I can literally live off that and be all right. Nah, Sweden, I'm not smoking weed. I don't do drugs. I'm very anti-drugs. I'm very Asperger about it. I know I don't lift, sadly. I did lift actually. I bought when I was like 16. I bought like a weight bench and just like did a few about 40 reps every night, but that only lasted for about a week. So that was good. Oh, someone said they can call in about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I will end up lifting eventually to that Canadian saying I should, but I will do it around summertime or around April or March. Just not at the moment. I just want to I want to lose as much weight as I can, then I'll start lifting, and I'll finally becomes his. Oh, tell me, mate, I do want a kebab. While I'm on Thursday, I'm doing like a last ditch binge. So I mean, not yeah, Thursday. So on Thursday, I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna just get loads. I'm gonna get like some chocolate milk, some chocolates. Then I'm gonna eat kebab that night. Then after that, that's it. Then it's over. I'm just gonna go back on my down. I'm gonna hit like a fuck. Gonna hit it and then not quit it. Nah, not 5 reps every night. I did about 20 reps, 25 reps, and I think the weight was like 45 kg. Yeah, yeah, I think it was like 45. Oh yeah, I started at 45 kg. I did about 20 reps for the week, 20 to 25 reps every night for the week. Then I went up to 50, but then I just couldn't be fucked with it anymore. Got the attention span of a fucking squirrel, man. And yeah, if anyone wants to call in, you can do it. Got 30 listeners and not one of you is what I call in. Come on, man. What else could I talk about? Give us some subjects in the thread. And to that Brit bar saying I can't, watch me, mate. Don't make it a challenge.
Hello, can you hear me?
Alright, mate.
Can you
Thanks for
hear me?
calling in. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Nice. I couldn't have you talking away to yourself like a prick the whole time.
Thanks, man. You saved us.
So what are we chatting about? What's the crack?
Just new. I don't know. How's your new? What was your New Year's resolution? Are you holding to it? How we're half a month into 2013 now. How are you going?
Well, I think my New Year's resolution was to get a job, maybe get a GF. Haven't really done either of those, so it's not going too well. How about yourself? What were yours?
Mine was just to lose weight, and I've started on the road. It's going all right, but got out. We got like what 11 months to find out if it will happen.
So you're doing like running then? But do you want to make this into like a fit podcast? Because neither of us are particularly fit, so
We
maybe
can't
it'd
really
be
make it a
good.
fit podcast because we don't know how to get fit. You know what I mean? We sort of need an expert in it.
I mean, it's probably bad that I smoke when I'm on the treadmill. I get funny looks when
Smoke
I'm.
on the treadmill. You what?
Nah, I don't.
French as fuck.
God,
So,
I'm
are you enjoying 2013 so far?
not enjoying today. I'm an Arsenal fan. That's
You got raped.
fucking diabolical. Jesus. I was so. Did you see it? I made a thread which was up on the front page for like 5 minutes, and it was me just saying like, "Fuck my Dean, fuck my Dean, I'm a fucking killer." It was just just me raging. Got it out of my system though. I think I'm feeling a bit more calm. It's okay. Can deal with it.
Yeah. Is it? Bavaria's just asked a good question. Are you superstitious?
No, that's a very simple answer, isn't it? I'm kind
So
of
you
like,
don't even believe in like the paranormal and stuff like
well,
that?
I'm an atheist, so, but not the kind of atheist who's like, oh, you got to believe what I believe. Anyone who's
Well,
religious,
yeah, I'm an atheist,
not,
well, but still, I don't. I still believe in like I don't know, like forces, like from the dead, like ghosts and stuff.
you
I mean,
damn
I
fucking
don't believe in the
retarded.
standard like childish ghosts like in the house and stuff, but I believe like I don't
Really?
know. I don't really believe it. It's just like I want to, I want to believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Just,
mean, I believe in science. That's the way I put it. Like, it's just there is no real scientific evidence for anything like that. I couldn't get
I
behind
thought they
it.
were. I thought they were like they had like meters, like you put it next to where like somewhere it's supposed to be a
Ah,
ghost and
mate,
it goes
nah,
off.
nah, nah.
Damn,
You know the
I've been
worst.
watching too much TV, me.
Yeah, you fucking have. You know, the worst thing about all this superstitious stuff is like it's taking advantage of people who are in grief. Like you've just lost your husband or something. Of course, you're gonna go to some fortune teller guy who's like, "Give me 20 quid, I'll put you in touch with the other side." Oh, he says he misses you to take care of the kids, and it's just taking advantage of people. I can't believe they do it. They're fucking scammers.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking fortune telling gypsies and that.
It's outrageous, yeah. And it's just people, it's the poor fucking unfortunate people who just don't know better. You know, they're probably not very clever, and they're really upset and it's taking advantage of that. It's terrible. Can't get behind it. So is that the answer you're after, Bavaria? You
Yeah.
happy? Are you fucking happy?
So,
um,
you're from Newcastle, are you? Are you just like studying there? Because you don't sound like you're from Newcastle.
no, no. Well, I lived in Newcastle for about 5 years because I was studying down there.
Mm.
I'm originally from down south, and I've been living up in Edinburgh. So
What are you doing down? Where are you from down south?
Sevenoaks in Kent. Do you know it?
Nah, I know Kent now.
Well posh, well posh. It's really nice actually around there.
Well, you don't really sound posh. I've had like people from like Bournemouth, other Southerners that say, "Oh, I'm not posh, I'm not posh," but sound really posh. But you say you are posh, but you don't sound posh. Who's
Well,
lying to me?
I've lived in the north. I've lived in Scotland.
Honestly,
I've,
you've had to adapt. You've had to fucking learn how to speak common or die.
fucking natural selection. If you if you don't learn Scotland, they fucking find you out.
So,
You
are you
survive for
working
the best.
in Edinburgh?
I'm trying to get a job. Yeah, just finished an internship.
What was your
But yeah,
qualifications that you got in uni?
well, I got a bachelor's of science in biology and a master's in chemical engineering.
How can you not get a job with them?
Because well, no, I'm on the road to getting a job. I've got like interviews and stuff. I'll get a job. I'll get a kick-ass job, and then I'll never come back to KC because I'll have GF.
That's what they all think.
But in the meantime, like over I've had how do I put this? Like when I'm at uni,
Yeah.
I would work during the day, kind of do a bit, and then you come home, especially this summer, you just have nothing to do of an evening other than drink and go on KC. Or
Yeah.
I was on the anime board on 4chan as well, and I suppose that's why we're here now.
Fair
without
dues.
without a job. Yeah. Oh,
So
it'll
what?
be.
Go on.
No, I was just kidding. It'll be fun. I'm really not worried about anything like that. It'll be okay.
Yeah, well, I hope you get a job, mate.
So do I. Yeah.
Why'd you go to Edinburgh though for it? Wouldn't you be better off in like around London area?
Where Edinburgh's where I'm in my parents' house right now.
Oh, they moved up there, so that's why you went.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They moved up a little while ago, but
All right.
I've only just started back living at home now.
So how did it? So did you like Edinburgh then? You like Scotland?
Gorgeous, love it. Have you ever been?
Nah, not
Oh,
unfortunately.
mate, gotta go. I'm serious. Like the
Don't
way
like
that
you don't get a proper ribbon though for being English.
no, not really. I mean, a
But
bit.
I know what a Scotland bars I say Edinburgh. It's an English city. So what
Yeah, yeah.
is it true?
It's probably the least Scottish of all the cities in Scotland. But I tell you what, the way it looks is just amazing because it was
It's
like,
all like granite and stuff in it, like York.
well, it was out of range from the German, so
Oh right.
So it never got bombed. It got bombed like 5 times, and that was just Leeds. That was just the industrial area. It never got Dresden. So it just looked amazing. It's all the proper. This is how Europe could have looked.
He should do an hour and out.
This is what when you go around Edinburgh, you're just like, geez, this is gorgeous. This is what we destroyed, our fucking heritage. Oh no, feels bad, man. The sad frog going there.
So have you had any encounters with the mythical Scottish drug addict yet?
I was a mythical Scottish drug addict.
You what? How?
Yeah, I did take quite a lot of drugs when I was at uni.
What type?
Oh jeez, mainly
You were like shooting heroines in the dorms or something with
Oh
it.
no. Like uppers, like MDMA, coke. I keep making MDMA threat. Well, I keep advising people to take MD on here. But if anyone's wondering who the Scottish guy who's always saying how to take MD, that's me.
Yeah, I was gonna take MDMA when I was like 15, but I ended up checking out just before my mate bought some. He said to me, "Right, this is your last chance. Want to buy it? Are you in or out?" And says like, "Nah, too much of a good buy, man."
Well, I can recommend it. That's what I'll say. I don't do it anymore.
Good evening.
Right, mate.
You alright, mate? How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Bad.
So how's your day been? We were just talking about MDMA, so good thing you shown up.
Yeah, well, I've had it. I've not had any pills for years. Last time I had a pill probably was about 2007. So
What made you stop? Did you just get too old for it? Just couldn't be asked anymore?
couldn't be asked. Couldn't be bothered with the come downs anymore in the days afterwards. I felt
Downs get worse and worse.
the older you get, the older you get, the come downs, the worse the come downs get. I got to about 22 and thought, sack it, I don't want any of this anymore. So
Fair
not
is.
really. All it is now is the beer because I've stopped smoking as well. I've not smoked since Boxing Day, so
Oh yeah, that was just what we was talking about at the start. So your New Year's resolution's keeping on, innit?
yeah. But it was
Nice,
actually
man.
before New Year.
Oh
So,
yeah. Did you see the snow before? First snow of the fucking year and that.
It-
Didn't even
it's
snow in 2012.
It was sleet.
Yeah, it weren't really thick, but some in it.
Yeah, something better than nothing.
Has it been snowing in Edinburgh?
Fuck all, absolutely fuck all. The entire winter as well. I think we had a bit of an early snow, didn't we, back in December sometime? But apart from that, it's been really hot over the entire winter. It's been it's been about 10 degrees centigrade most days here.
Fucking hell.
If you remember back like 2 years ago, and just like how we were, especially in Edinburgh, we were under heavy snow from about November onwards. It was outrageous. It was pretty fun.
Okay, man, it's over the past week, so it's been freezing here in Manchester, but there's been no snow except for today. Proper fucking freezing, man.
It was warm the week before, warmish for this time of year, really mild for this time of year the week before last. But over the last week, it's been absolutely freezing, like minus.
Yeah, man.
Well, not freezing, like -4, -5, sometimes in the day. So there we go. So what's happening tonight?
Nothing, mate. No one's calling in. I was on my own for like 10 minutes before you called in because he couldn't handle me just making a prick out myself on my own anymore.
I had to save him. It was getting embarrassing. He was just tripping over himself, being like, I used to lift,
Yeah.
silence. Anyway, Sweden says that I need subtitles, which I don't know where that's come from. I think I speak English pretty well.
I think he might be talking about Manclad because there's always someone in the Fed that always calls him Scottish. And I think it might be that Swede.
I think it is. I always get mistaken for Scottish for some reason.
Yeah, same.
Have a clue why.
What do you think, Rory, as someone who lives in Edinburgh, like the gateway to England? Do you think we sound Scottish?
You know what? To a foreigner, I can see where they're coming from. So if the only comparison I can make is I speak German, and I can hear different accents in Germany. so I can hear it, but I can distinguish between like a southern German accent and a northern one. But to be honest, if that's what the Swedish guy is saying is like the difference between Bavaria and Austria in terms of accent, that's like the same distance, Manchester to Scotland. So I can see why they would get confused.
Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, it was talking about you, man. Glad I just said.
Thought so. So we've got 32 listeners, but nobody wants to join in. Come on, someone join in.
Hey, man.
Let's have a chat. Give us a topic in the thread. What should we chat about?
Oh yeah, that was it. Man, Clad, are you superstitious?
I bet sometimes, not as much as I used to be when I was younger, but I am a bit.
Well, what things do you believe in? Like what, like ghosts and like?
Touch wood. If you say something and you don't want it to happen to you, say touch wood afterwards.
Like you do that just because it's a thing, or you actually believe in that?
Yeah, Rory. I know, like you said, oh yeah, you don't believe in any of this, but do you believe in like karma and like shit like that?
No, that's not scientific. No, I'm being clear. I don't.
So it sounded so ass when you said that. No, it's not scientific. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No.
The wonders of the universe. You have to look up at the sky. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to do Brian Cox there. No, Brian Cox. Oh, whatever.
I was thinking of Dawkins. Because he always says, well, if you think of the wonders of science and all can be explained, he just goes on with himself, doesn't he?
Dawkins. I am a Dawkins fan. Everyone hates him. In the thread, what do you think of Richard Dawkins?
Alright, this seems like a fucking prick. Because he's so sure of himself and he's always tries to belittles them in arguments. Christians and like religious people just don't like the way he goes about it. I mean, I'm sure what he says is true and everything, but just don't like the way he handles himself.
Like I wouldn't ever talk like him to someone because he's just rude, isn't he? The way he talks is rude, but I've read his book and I get behind what he's saying. So I'm okay with him from that perspective.
What do you think?
What of God? Do I believe in God? No, I don't.
What do you think of like Richard Dawkins then, that militant atheist guy?
I think he's stuck up his own ass, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man.
But I don't believe in God myself, but I do think he's stuck up his own ass, even though we have the same opinion as him.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly.
He loves the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, he's a bit of a narcissist.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
He has some very nice. Oh, go on, Rhoda.
He sells T-shirts on his website with a big there's like the atheist symbol that he's tried to bring in as like his symbol. It's like a big A and then a circle, almost like an anarchist symbol. And he's just got that, and he sells T-shirts on his website with this big A and then richarddawkins.net at the bottom.
But surely someone as smart as him knows that making symbols and stuff for atheism just goes totally against the whole point of atheism. Surely, you know what I mean? Surely he's smart enough to clock on.
I think he's trying to make some money there. I think he's been pretty smart.
I think he's just making some money, really. I think that's what his motivation is.
Yeah.
I don't even think... I think people like Richard Dawkins have the goal of becoming some sort of god themselves. That's what their fucking motivation is. Really,
yeah, because I know, like, he's a biologist or something, but he's not even a good biologist. You know what I mean? He's not even known for anything. So I think he's trying to clutch onto this to become known.
Yes, he is. He wrote a great book in the 70s called The Selfish Gene. Did you ever read that?
No. Isn't that enough that we've never read it, so we can't be that good?
Fuck you.
I'm talking good like Stephen Hawking, something everybody knows.
I tell you what, The Selfish Gene is as important as A Brief History of Time.
What's that about? The Selfish Gene?
It explains evolution in a way that it hadn't been understood before. So it explains that it goes into stuff like why we die and why do we love and stuff like that, and it just explains it perfectly with math. And you're like, oh yeah, now I get it. And it's like tick, life, done. And it was all done in like 1970. And he explained it for the layperson really well.
And they went and ruined it all back to like a dickhead now.
And you know what? What he does now is so different to that, because he's gone on this kind of personal crusade to try and wipe out religion, which, I mean, it's just first of all, it's unnecessary, and second of all, it makes him look like a prick. When he
Yeah.
is a good biologist, he should just stick to being a biologist and writing books like that. Oh well, whatever.
Oh, he didn't.
As a good subject changer, someone's asked a almighty question that has riddled us for years. Are Swedes gay, yes or no?
Are Swedes gay? Well, I don't think they're all gay, but I think they've just got this image of
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. They've got an image about them that what they wear, how they act, so that makes them seem like they've been more prone to homosexuality. But that's just the media representation. I bet if you went to Sweden, they're just normal people. You know what I mean? But the way the media and their own Swedish media wants to represent themselves, it gives them more higher percentage of homosexuality.
And look, we make fun of them for being really culturally enriched and like being totally cultural Marxists and all this kind of stuff. And the reason for that, because obviously we're worse for that in the UK, but we have an excuse because we were actually going to these countries in Africa.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I always think,
fu-
why are you doing it? Just why you've got no reason
Exactly.
to.
So we were fucking with Africa. We fucked about with India. You know, we were going to these places. So if we get some immigration, you know, fair dues. That's kind of the penalty for us going to their country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean.
Sweden has no reason to let all those Somali guys in, and they've opened the floodgates. Do you see they had they had a riot earlier this year.
Oh yeah,
Like
because they weren't giving him enough housing or something. They wanted more.
Oh no, it was to do with someone will post about this in the thread, but it was something to do with it was in Gothenburg, I think, and it was something to do with this website, and it was these Muslim kids who were protesting this website where some girl had been like, you know, like slut
Oh
shamed.
yeah, that happened around Christmas time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And all these little muzzers had a massive fucking riot. It was like they all skipped school. There was like 200 of them. Oh,
was it something to do with the girls being shown in bikinis or something like
Correct.
that?
Yeah. It was just like on Instagram, they posted pictures of, like in slutty poses, and then everybody else just commented about it and all commenting stuff. Then all the Muslim lads just got all riled up and he went to the school where they thought that she was, tried to batter her and ended up just attacking random people at the school.
Is that what happened? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. There's even a video of him just chasing down a random girl, like a fucking crowd of him.
Anyway, so Sweden shouldn't have anything to do with that. They shouldn't. That should not be the case in Sweden. I can understand how that happened to us as a kind of penalty for going around the world, but I mean, I think that so this whole kind of Sweden is gay, which is obviously not true, is has come from that the fact that they're like overly liberal. They're kind of like sickeningly liberal. You know what I mean? Oh well. I like Swedes.
I think they are too liberal, Swedes. Yeah, they are in some respects, definitely.
Nah, I wouldn't say I hate them, but they're my least favourite Scandinavian. I don't know, for some reason. There's just something about Sweden and Swedes that I just don't like. But I don't like dislike. That's a bit of a strong word. Just least favourite, yeah.
You ever met a Swede in real life?
I have met a couple of Swedes in real life. Actually, once it was in town actually, Carl. It was on Golden Street. It was in the dry bar. It was going back about 4 years ago. It was in a dry bar there on Golden Street with a mate of mine, and I got talking to a couple of Swedes lads. We were all right. We were just a couple of backpackers. Just wanted to know where everything was.
What are they doing in Manchester? Backpackers in Manchester. Why?
Were they there to see the sights?
Well,
you see the local wildlife, local fucking scallies.
But yeah, actually, we do get a lot of tourists in Manchester. You wouldn't believe. You go around town, there's loads. I've met Americans, Swedes, all sorts in town.
So we decided, yeah.
We sound to just backpackers. We were a bit liberal though. You could tell we were a bit hipsterish, but I didn't have any problem with them. We were all right.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever gone backpacking then? You ever gone travelling?
I've gone to.
No, I've not, but I've been camping. That's about it. I've slept in a sheep pen once.
It's all experience.
You what, a sheep?
No, I've slept in a sheep pen up in like the mountains with like school.
Yeah, I misheard that. Okay, that's fine. That passes.
Where have you?
I've actually been about a bit. I worked in Germany for a while. I worked in America for a bit. I've been to Australia, West Indies, um, France loads of times. Just
Do you
like
enjoy it?
generally about. Yeah. Oh yeah. Great. Love it. My next thing I want to go to is like I want to go to Asia. I want to go to like China, Korea, and Japan. It's like a big tour. That'd be epic.
Are you gonna fuck off all the southeast ones like Thailand, Malaysia, and like
Fuck that, man.
Philippines? In it, man.
Fuck
Fuck
that,
that
man.
bonus.
Man, they're not even like no.
What about
I
you,
don't know
man?
why
Lad? Where do you want to go? Oh, what you saying, Rory?
No, so it's just because I don't know why I have this prejudice, but for some reason, like I have a sort of respect for the Japanese as like almost in a German way of them being like honorary Aryans, if you know what I mean. Like I kind of respect their culture.
You
But
don't? Didn't you say you watch anime though? That's probably why you're a weeaboo. Do you love Japanese
I am
GF?
I am a bit of a weeaboo, but like they've got like they have like a long and proud history of this like all this amazing culture.
Hmm.
And then when you talk about Thailand and like I don't know Philippines or something,
Sort of
not
like the
not
Eastern
the
Europe
same.
of Asia.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean though. It's just not the same. It just doesn't. I don't feel as much respect for them. It's totally unfounded because I've never been to any of those countries or met any of those people, but I just have this impression.
Yeah. What about you, man, Clad? Where do you want to travel to? Or you just want to go everywhere?
I just go everywhere, me. I'd love to travel everywhere and see as much as I can.
I love the thought of going to South America, but I know I'll probably end up dying from a disease or something. Or like in the
Not so
Amazon
bad.
and that.
I'd like to go to South America. I'd like to see Ecuador and Colombia. Colombia's meant to be beautiful in parts, the coast. There's some
Yeah,
incredible.
exactly. But it's just like got massive spiders there and snakes. Can't be
That,
dealing with that.
that doesn't bother me at all. I think it's more of the fear of it than actually what it is really.
Why are you scared of spiders?
I'm not scared of spiders, no.
What? So if you just turn around right now in your room, looked at the corner, there's a massive tarantula coming towards you. You want to shit it?
Well, that's the difference. A tarantula. I'd be thinking, whoa, what the fuck's that doing here? Give me like 5 minutes for that. Fuck me. But spiders, I pick them up all the time and stuff.
What about
Leave
you,
them.
Rhoda? Are you scared of them?
You know what? I'm absolutely fine with like all the common fears like rats, snakes, spiders, oh fuck it, heights, anything. I'm absolutely fine with that. Wasps freak me the
They scare me a bit, when that buzzing around here, but I wouldn't say they freak me out.
Right, yeah. Someone just noted in the thread, quote, the backpackers are in Manchester because it's on the Trans-Pennine Trail, you idiots. Fair dues. Yep.
Just can't. Pelino backpackers, they think, oh yeah, we've got to drop into England, you know what I mean? This doesn't really seem like a backpacking destination, you know what I mean? You want to go somewhere warm.
We've got some good scenery here. We've got the Yorkshire Dales, the
Yeah,
Lake
you got like
District,
Hadrian's Wall and that.
the Peak District. Well, I know what you mean about Manchester, but there's a lot. Manchester is a bit of a tourist destination because of the football teams. Obviously, it has got some good museums and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like, even as an
Maybe it's just
outside.
because I'm English, I don't really see England as like something people want to come to, you know what I mean? Because I'm used to
Yeah,
it.
same here. But I've spoke to people in different countries, and they always say, "Why would you want to come here? It's crap. It's crap." I'm like, well, it's not to me. Probably because
Yeah,
you live
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So,
Some British guy just said, we just, highlighted Colombia and just said, hitting up that cocaine man clad, yeah.
what's it for? Let me have a refresh that. Oh yeah, I'd have a bit of that, definitely.
Uncut.
Where's Rory? Rory?
I don't know, we just came out the car. 1 minute, I'll try to call him again.
Put him back on. He's fell out the car. Come on, someone else coming in chat.
He's hung up
Anybody?
again.
He's having I think he might be having technical difficulties.
Are you there?
Oh, he's back. So
Did
what's
Yeah,
that?
you just hung up. Yeah, you just disconnected and wouldn't come back.
Sorry, mate. My internet was fine and everything. It just said we're having a problem with this call, and it kept trying to reconnect it. So I just hung up then. And all right, here we go. Anyway, Manglad, you were about to say something. You were about to quote something.
Yeah, it was just one of the English people in one of the brick balls in here. I don't really think he's took out the thread now. No, he's not. It's quote, the backpackers are in Manchester because it's on the Trans-Pennine Trail, you idiots. That's what this
Bullshit.
brick ball.
Bullshit.
This is what this
Doubt.
brick ball put in the thread.
Well, I think about it. Are they going to want to go walking? Nah, these are like students who are going to go to London, Edinburgh.
In fact, let's just ask the Fed, all the foreigners, would you ever come to England to like sightsee and backpack? And
Yeah,
I mean,
but
why didn't we just ask him in the first place? Fucking hell, we're slow as. Got loads of foreigners in and we're talking about why would foreigners want to come.
Yeah, but I doubt they would come here to go walking across the north of England. Just doubt it.
Fucking hell, that you get freezing as fuck. Especially on like the fucking hills and that getting draft.
Right, we have a Romanian has put. This Romanian would like to visit Britain to see the people, the blonde girls, and the violent chavs. Fair enough. And we've got a Finn who would like to see the cliffs of Dover. Well, actually, those cliffs of Dover are actually eroding at the moment.
Oh yeah, there was a massive news article like last year, it's showing like a massive pile of it that's just eroded.
Yeah, it's all falling into the sea. I think it'll still be around for a few years yet. But
yeah, it won't be gone in our lifetime, I doubt. So yeah, if anyone wants to call in, just message me. Add me and message me.
Is there any ladies out there that want to call in? You know what I'm like, the ladies.
Of course, man.
Man
Casanova, mate.
I'll flirt with you. Go on, what was you saying, Rhoda?
I was going to say ladies. I believe that's Carl's domain.
Oh,
on the internet. Yeah, he's a bit of a ladies man. You know, you wouldn't expect it, but
bit of a dark horse, are we?
yeah.
Yeah, in the real world, I'm just a man, but on the internet, I'm Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Actually, are there any polls who listen to this show? Because I don't think I've heard a poll come on here.
I don't think we've ever had a poll talk on the show.
I don't think so, actually. We've
We've
had a Russian.
We've had a Ukrainian, I think.
Brazilian, American, Canadian.
We've had a Dane, Norwegian, Finland, and Sweden.
Yeah.
Aussie chink girl who I wrote a series of haikus for, which kind of freaked her out a bit.
Yeah. So I've had Australians, French, German, obviously.
The other guy from New Zealand.
Yeah.
German.
Americans, Canadians. I've had South Americans, but they're all like the same to me.
No pales. And someone's put, who are these numpties there embarrassing? Oh, who are you? Come and join us then.
Innit? Say it to our face, not online, see what happens.
My fucking face, I will kick your ass. Come on.
Gab that to my mouth and see what comes about.
Yeah. Yeah, we showed him. He's not even responding. We certainly showed him. Yeah, sit there.
Come on, someone join in. Come on, somebody. Anybody?
Please respond.
It's unusual, this, because usually we're getting a backlog of people that want to come on, but now there's nobody. I think everyone's got bored of the show.
No. Yeah.
We've got 43 listeners. Oh yeah, he went to watch the game at the Manchester game at the pub, but I went back and went to bed afterwards because the guy was probably drunk as fuck. He'll probably come on like at 8 or something, I'm guessing.
Is he a United fan?
Yeah. He went to watch United match.
Alright.
And Rod is an Arsenal fan.
Oh mate, the day I've had, fucking RVP scored as well. Jeez, I hate that cunt more than anything in the world.
It's not that bad. It could be worse. Could have done what Tevez did to us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Tevez did. I remember that. Those were the days. Oh god. Everyone's hating on the show. The Finnish guy says, "Attention, whore nerds." The German guy says, "I'm listening in right now." Talk to each other. What the fuck kind of radio is that? Well, call in then, you faggots. What the fuck?
Idiot.
You speak fucking English. Why don't you call in?
What's an unfriendly subject we could talk about?
don't know. Is actually anyone calling in? Come on.
Nah, man.
Calling.
Honestly, no one's messaging me. I haven't got no, requests, friend requests.
Damn. That's not good. Alright, we've got a poll who's listening. No, actually, there is a poll who's listening. I think I've just spotted him on the thing. Yeah, he's there. Come on, polling. Join in. We need a poll on here.
Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. You know, polls are responsible for like half the memes on Crouch Chat.
I thought it was the Finns.
I'd put that to the Finns.
No,
If by polls you mean Woyak or Voyak, however you pronounce it, then yeah. But apart from that, I don't know if he's. There you go, got Turk.
Who made Poland Ball then?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Alright, mate.
Hello, what's up?
Just discussing who made Poland Ball right now.
Who made him?
Poland ball.
Yeah.
Poland ball.
Yeah, I thought everybody knew that. It was Falco or something, right?
Oh, Falco.
Yeah. Falco, yeah. I don't know if he was actually from Liverpool originally, Falco.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, have you spoke to him?
I'm not sure that he comes on anymore, or he probably posts under a different persona.
Didn't he just used to spam pictures of Falco?
Yeah, and be obsessed with Falco, and who else? He used to like Eurovision artists and post up people who were playing in Eurovision, and remember Falco, yay! That's when I first started going on Crouch and that he was on.
That's when we didn't even have balls back then, did we? Just like flags.
Yeah. Also, a Merry Rage was funny.
Ain't he just an Americano?
No, he was an American that just hated America. It's funny though, some of the stuff he put.
How about you, Turkey? How long have you been on Crouch Town?
Close to 2 years, perhaps.
So late 2010.
Yeah, perhaps.
2011.
Oh, speaking about 2010, I remembered like 2-3 days ago. You remember the World Cup 2010? There was a what do you call octopus or something that predicted.
Oh yeah.
Paul the Octopus.
Yeah, exactly, Paul. He died, didn't he? Octopuses don't have long lives.
Oh
Yeah, he died.
Ah, yeah, shame. He was a bro.
So, are you superstitious, Turkey?
Better not be.
Not so much, no.
Good
Not
man.
yet.
I goes verboten. And as does Sharia not allow ghosts?
What?
Only does Sharia not allow them? Only Allah.
I don't think Sharia bloody allows it, man.
I don't think Sharia bloody allows it.
No, I'm not superstitious. We're not allowed to be superstitious.
What apart the Turks have that evil eye thing? What's that eye thing?
What? I have Allah or something like Sauron.
Don't know.
What?
Don't you have an eye? Like an evil eye? They call it the eye that's like...
Yeah. In fact, I have one in my house right now.
So you are superstitious then?
No, it's just a piece of, what do you call it? Decoration.
Is it supposed to be like the Eye of Allah or something? Just...
No, it's just some pretty stone with some paint on it.
I thought you had those eyes like dangling from trees. Do you know what I mean? You have like eyes that you're supposed to protect against bad things happening.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we have those everywhere, but these days they're not so much superstition, but just pretty things that decorate the house.
Fair enough.
Right.
So what's the situation with Syria now? I know like a month ago or like in November you was getting ready to go to war with him. What's happening now? Has it cooled down?
We are getting the Patriot missiles from the NATO. Thank you very much. American lapdog, Turkey, yay. And it's getting worse every day. The Syrian terrorists, what do they call them? Free Syrian Army, fucking terrorists. Fuck up whole South Turkey, southeastern Turkey, and they still smile at and weep at Western cameras. Oh, we're so bad here. Oh, fuck off. You're fucking my country. I don't want you in my country.
But I thought it would be a good thing for Turkey that they're like occasionally shelling eastern Turkey because isn't that where all the Kurds are? Wouldn't that make all the Kurds go and fight the Syrians? So that's like a win-win for Turkey.
Well, it's an interesting thought, an intriguing thought, yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't want any Turkish citizens to die. Just if they want Assad, do it. If they want Assad off the premises, then remove from your own country, please. I don't want to get involved. I'm favor of neutrality.
You can't be neutral when your country's in your position in the world.
Yeah, I know, man.
In that crossroads.
It's the fate. Our fucking location in the world doesn't allow us to be neutral. It's a dream.
Oh, to be Nordic.
Yeah, sad things, man.
So how's your New Year's been? Have you been enjoying 2013?
My New Year's was shit. Absolute shit. I tried, not tried, but I went out with my friends. They coaxed me into it. I went out to some club-like thing, location, and I lost my coat there. Some dumb fuck stole it, I think.
Blame the Kerns.
No, it could have been anyone.
So did you go home alone?
Home alone, yeah. Angry and alone. That feel, man. And I cried myself to sleep. No.
Do people drink on New Year in Turkey? Like, is it okay to drink there?
Of course.
Yeah, you have raki and that, don't you?
Yeah, we have raku, but raku is not a drink for New Year's. It's not a drink to get wasted with. You drink raku with friends, and you talk much like your whiskey culture. It's not a drink to get wasted with.
What did you all drink on New Year's then?
I drank a White Russian, Belarus, and some beers. Not too much. I didn't drink too much because I'm one of my New Year's resolutions is trying to getting in shape. So I'm trying to cut off alcohol some.
It's a good place to start.
Have you gone all right up to now? Have you had anything to drink in 2013?
Yeah, I'm drinking still, but not that much.
You're just cutting down.
Quite what?
You're just cutting down on the amount.
I don't know what that is.
Just
Not
means
drinking as much.
No.
You're cutting
I
your
still didn't hear
consumption
what
in
the
half.
fuck- Sorry.
You're cutting your consumption of alcohol in half.
Yes. Of alcohol from premises.
Yeah, sorry, it's my fault for using slang.
I want the Brazilian to come on.
He isn't online.
Oh yeah, he should come on. I have something to tell him.
Okay.
If he comes online, I'll put him straight on.
He's not even listening either. So.
Don't put him straight on. He'll feel entitled and privileged.
Yeah, check your privilege.
Yeah, check. He must check his privilege.
We have
Go
Serbia. Do we have Serbia listening?
Yeah, we have Serbia, Romania.
Serbia,
Is that Luxembourg or is it?
I'm actually planning on going to Serbia in May, so he will be pretty much welcome to come on. I can talk to him.
How come May and not summer?
Because it gets really hot there in the summer.
Yeah, mate.
Talking.
Yeah,
Oh, what? Are you alright for work though? Would you get time off work for it?
Yeah, easily.
So you're gonna plan up a meeting up with some Serbian bands or like making an I went out?
I'll be up for it, definitely. I'd be game. But we'll see what happens yet. But I'll get time off work, that shouldn't be a problem at all.
Where are you going on? Where in Serbia are you going? And for how long?
Probably be Belgrade, probably for 3 days.
Oh, that's not bad.
But we'll see first. I'm not 100% yet. Just have to see what happens. It's got the money situation as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you been to the Balkans, Turkey?
Yeah, I was in Macedonia once and Greece twice.
How is it?
Macedonia, I liked it very much because the what the fuck is the word English word? The countryside, yeah. is incredibly green, especially the road from Skopje to Ohrid. It's incredible. It's just greenery and hills, and they sell honey in those mountains, which is like the best honey I've ever tasted.
Did you get into trouble in Turkey for being? Greece for being Turkish?
No, actually, I was.
Like, did
very
some
warm-
wild golden dawn appear?
No, this was before the time of Golden Dawn. This was way back in like 2008, something. Yeah.
Awesome. Bavarian just clocked on. He said Brazil sounded a little butthurt last Friday because he realised everyone was making fun of him. Maybe he doesn't want to come on the shows anymore. Maybe.
Man, I really like Brazil, but I like how he like comments on things. But his fucking voice, man, I'm sorry, but I can't help laughing at it. I'm really sorry if he's listening, dude.
Nah, no Brazil's
you're
listening.
a great guy, but no, I can't. I can't help it, man.
How's it going?
Sure,
Today.
surely he knows it's just banter though.
I was with a girl and I kissed her.
Yeah, that's it. That's the fucking voice.
I hope he knows it's just banter. I hope he isn't hurt because he's a nice guy. I won't want him to feel bad.
Nah, man, he's a good chap. He's a good chap. So anyway, a German guy made a thread. I think it was it was last night, and he said that he wanted to come on a weekend break to Edinburgh. So I got in there and said, yeah, let's hang out. I'll, give me an email. We'll go out for a few beers, and I'll show them the cool places. And I was just wondering, has anyone here ever met another band in real life?
Nope, not yet.
I have not.
I haven't.
So my meeting of him is going to be one of the first meetings of bands then, or do we often do band cons?
Take some lubricant.
They're always trying to organise a band camp, but I don't think it ever comes to fruition except like one or three people will meet up.
No, I think some Austrian bands actually got around to organizing some BandCon in Vienna. I saw the threads, like how many, like a year ago or something like that, or in summer.
I know some German tried to make a meet up in Sydney on a weekend, but it made it like on the day. He said like meet me somewhere in 2 hours. But I think they did actually meet up.
I would love to meet some Australian bands because yesterday, I think there was some thread about like crowd chants best moments, and there was the thread about some Australians dressing up as business people and just struttering around the city. I want to meet those people. Do you remember that? You know that?
I don't remember it.
I didn't see
This
that.
Australian guy dresses up as a tourist and goes into a big town and just approaches people at random and tries to get directions or something like that. It was like it was an Asperger Stories thread or something. Yeah, it fits. I would like to meet that guy because I want to know what's in his mind. What the fuck is he doing?
I'd be alright with meeting like foreign bands if the situation arose like I was in a foreign country, but I don't really want to meet British bands, you know what I mean? Just doesn't. It's not as
weird.
Yeah, exactly. Just too familiar. What about you, Turkey? Would you like to meet other Turkish ones?
I'm not sure because I don't know. This whole Chan culture is not that popular in Turkey. Like, I know what you're going to say. How is it? How much is it popular in the whole world? But no, it's really, really low in Turkey.
Yeah, it's low here, I'd say. Really low here.
It is low here, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how Turkish parents would look like or just be what kind of people.
High chance of getting kidnapped.
Yeah, a very real chance. We are a third world after all.
So has being on Crouch Time benefited your lives in any way? in real life?
Uh,
Or like, have you ever met a foreign person that you had something to talk about because of Crouch and that you've learnt on here about him? Any situation where some information from Crouch Hand's benefited you?
yeah. It definitely has. I can't remember now where and how exactly, but it definitely has. And I've had my share of laughs here. Wow.
I have a situation which is kind of the opposite. How Crouchan kind of fucked me in the ass. So in the last place I worked in the summer, there was this Polish girl who was like the receptionist, and I think anyway. So someone had done something stupid, and I just turned to her. I turned to her and like I thought it was being really clever. Turned to her, pointed at this guy, and said, "Ah, what a cover." Because I thought, right, okay, I thought that meant like idiot or like. Because, you know, the way people use it here, it's like, kurva, hey, birdless, kurva. And I just thought, like, it just meant idiot. And she looked at me like, what the fuck did you just say?
What happened? What happened, Rory?
There was someone being stupid. Well, someone had done something stupid. And there was a Polish girl in the place where I work. I didn't really know her. This is, like, the second thing I ever said to her. And, like, trying to be clever. I pointed at the guy who'd done something stupid, and I turned to her and I said, "Yeah, what a curva." You know, like
you did realise it meant whore, didn't you?
No, I thought it meant like idiot, and apparently it's like one of the worst things you can say in Polish. And anyway, and she was like really Christian, by the way. She was one of those proper Catholic Poles, so that got our relationship off to a pretty frosty start.
Did it recover, or did you not speak to her after that?
No, not at all. I just basically avoided her for the rest of the time I worked there.
Oh God.
I've worked with some in the past. They can be very, very bad-mooded girls.
They're weird, aren't they? Yeah, Slavic girls are just a bit funny.
It's not that they're funny. It's just that they have really extreme moods. They either can be really happy or really moody and angry. There's no in between with them. It's weird. I know what you mean. Hello?
Someone's posted that Australia thread.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, 1 minute. Right, I've just got to nip downstairs a moment to make a cup of tea.
Alright, mate. So yeah, if anyone wants to come on, just give me a message on Bernd Nights on Skype, and I'll let your dreams come true.
He'll do anything for £5. Oh, here we go. Let's play a game. Hey, like the store guy. I want to play a game. Do you want to do the thing where you say, like, what would you do for £1 million? Or, like, what would you do for £1,000?
Sure.
Like,
so what we're starting on, 1 million or 1,000?
Guys,
no, let's start.
Quid is slang for
pound,
money or
pound,
what?
yeah,
Oh, pound. Or
Okay.
just whatever your currency you want to do it in.
So, sorry, everyone who's listening who didn't understand that. What would you do for £1? That's like $1.5. Okay, so what would you do for £1,000, Carl? Would you have sex with a man for £1,000?
Would people find out?
No, no one's going to find out. It's just you.
Oh, sure, man. I'd do anything for money, me.
In a closed room. Would you let him bum you? So,
for £1,000.
Would you let him stick his penis into your asshole?
Sure, man. For £1,000, of course.
Would you do?
Do you know how much stuff I could buy with £1,000?
A whole lot of Freddos.
Exactly, mate. It is money, man. I'd do anything. Nothing would faze me.
A Freddo is a little treat that you can buy. It's like 10p. Sorry, it's 10 pounds.
What about you two? What would you use?
Would I fuck a guy for £1,000?
No, get fucked, not fuck a guy. It's a difference.
Would I get fucked? If no.
Wait. Actually, it depends what type of guy is he. Is it like one of those massive bear types? Or is it like a little...
massive, hairy black guy?
Oh, fucking hell.
Just got a beer can of a fucking dick.
In fact, not for 1,000. I'd want at least 10.
And it's gonna hurt, and he doesn't come quickly either. He's firing away at you for a long time.
Nah, not for the 1,000.
Think of all the sweat and his hot breath on the back of your neck.
Oh God. Nah, not
Not
for
a
a
good,
thousand.
not a good image for my mind. Thank you.
So what about you two?
Well, I wouldn't let anything up my ass except for maybe a colonoscopy tube.
What about for 500,000 lira?
The fuck's a lip?
No, no, principles, man. Nothing goes up my ass.
So if someone slapped down 1 million lira right in front of you, cash
Yeah.
on a table right in front of your
Yeah.
eyes, still no.
No one's gonna find out. Remember, you're in a closed room, no cameras, nothing like that.
No, I would say take your million lira and fuck it, shove it up your ass, you fucking idiot. That's what I would say. I'm serious, dead
Are
serious.
you serious? No,
Yeah,
I don't believe that. I don't believe
yeah, you
that.
don't, but dude, I can't live with that. I can't live
Strong
with
Turkish
that.
man who don't need no wealth.
Uh, yeah, I can make my own wealth. I hope. Not much chance there, but uh, no, man, principles.
No.
I'm not letting
Right.
anything
Okay.
my ass.
Okay. I accept that. I accept that. Let's move on to something else then. Would you suck a guy's dick for 1 million?
Let's move on. This is more or less the same question.
Let's move on to it's an important issue, Carl. We got
Yeah,
to sort
move
things
on
out.
like 10, 15 centimeters. Yeah.
I know, like 50 normal size dick. So actually, what is a normal size dick? Here we go. Anyway,
That's 7
let's
inches, isn't it?
let's leave that. I heard it was at least 12, and anything underneath that, the girl basically can't feel it. That's what I heard. Anyway, leaving that to one side, would you do it, Turkey?
Nope.
You wouldn't accept it in your ass. Would you accept it in your
Well,
mouth?
well, come on.
No.
If he ain't gonna do it, if he ain't gonna take it, he's not gonna give it, is he?
No. Would he suck? Would he suck cock? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Guys,
Isn't that worse then? Yeah, let's change the subject.
guys, let me just clarify one thing. I don't want to touch any dick other than my own. Okay?
What about?
I'm quite happy with my own.
So sorry, you wouldn't give a hand job to someone for £1 million. A one
Nope.
million pound hand job. No one's ever going to find out. It's going to take like 5 minutes. Over and done. £1 million.
5 minutes, like rocket. Tugging at that dick like a, what do you call those pressure machines back in the streets? No, nope, man. I'm not going to touch any dicks.
I don't believe that. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I know I'm crazy. What can you do?
I would definitely.
Would you lie down in a bathtub filled with tarantulas for 10,000 pound?
For how long?
No, I don't like spiders, man.
For 10 minutes.
10
So
minutes.
£10,000 for 10 minutes.
No,
Ooh.
no. I'm
I
not
couldn't
going
do
to
that. I can't stand
No,
spiders.
I actually, I would jump out. My body would reject the contract and just be like, nah, fuck this, you're getting out. In my mind, I would think to myself, stay in the tub, stay in the tub, stay in the tub, and then I'd just feel myself getting up and walking away and being like, need to wash.
Would you ever get into shark-infested waters for just like stay in for about 2 minutes for £1,000? And you've got no cage. You just have to like be in the water while the shark is
Yeah,
around.
that might work if I don't have any open wounds. Actually, sharks come for the scent of blood. So if I don't have any open wounds, that might just work.
And also, if they see you struggling like an injured seal, that's meant to be really bad as well. So you're meant to swim regularly.
Yeah.
If you're like flailing around, then they think you're a seal and they'll just have a little bite of you.
Yeah. And I think if you hit the nose of a shark, it will go away or something. But that's last resort.
Are there sharks off the coast of Turkey?
No, we don't have sharks here in Turkey. It's, I think, much too cold for them. I don't know. But a few years ago, I think it was in 2007 or something, when the summer was exceptionally hot. A group of sharks came near Turkish waters.
Bloody hell, a group.
They're organised.
Yeah, a gang of sharks.
Did they have names? Was one of them the
Yeah,
leader?
one was
One of them.
Baba, and the other was CJ, and the other was Little G.
Oh, one was called Big Smoke.
All you
No,
had to do is follow the
yeah,
damn
Big
train,
Smoke
CJ.
Big Smoke was the one with the like T-shaped face, you know?
Yeah.
We sent them off to Greece.
Oi, 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 oi.
Right, see what we've got. Does no one want to come on yet? Nobody.
Nope.
This is very nice.
One Estonian says that I'm one proper Muslim. Well, newsflash, I am not a Muslim. I'm an atheist.
What?
Also retarded, but still. I don't challenge that statement. I might be retarded. I don't know even for sure.
So,
So what have you got planned for next week? All of yous?
Me next week. Will,
Or like Friday? Or like the next weekend coming?
next Friday?
Hey.
No, yeah. I haven't got a clue.
What about you, Rory?
oh jeez, mate. I don't know. I don't really think that far ahead. I've actually got an interview on Wednesday, so I'm just kind of swatting up for that. I have to give this presentation on like it's pretty boring, but I have to give this presentation. I need to learn loads of stuff for it, so I'm just kind of focusing on that. And if I get to, I think I'll probably go see a film or something. Nothing that interesting.
Fair enough. Well, speaking on that, Turkey, what do you do? Are you in university?
Yeah, I'm studying.
What are you studying?
Sorry?
What are you studying?
Well, let's just say that I'm an artist, and let's leave it at that.
Lol, off to Dole.
What?
So what do you plan to do once you leave university? Because you ain't getting a job.
Yeah. Perhaps I'll work at a prison or something.
Prison? Wow.
Turkish people. I don't know.
But mate,
man.
I thought you said you didn't want dicks in your ass.
No. You're a funny guy. I kill you last. But no, I don't know, man. I just apply for jobs, and whoever takes me in, I don't know.
So what are your job prospects like? Are they good, or are you just going to take any job you can get?
What type of jobs will you have if you're doing like an art degree? What type of stuff will you be doing?
Boring stuff. Most probably. If how can I explain it? What kind of jobs? Well, let's just say that just
It's like painting murals for people.
what?
Painting murals for people.
No, I'm not a painter.
What kind of art do you do? What kind of stuff?
I'm a musician.
Oh.
You're that kind of artist. All right. What? Do you
Oh,
play
what?
an
Yeah, I play an instrument.
What instrument?
Tell us about it. We're on a radio show.
Yeah, I know. Well, I play a Western instrument.
Why are you so reluctant to tell us? Why is it? Is it a harp or something?
I don't know. I like my anonymity.
What?
It'll be a rare instrument, I guess.
Fair
we'll
enough.
be able to track you down. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it might be a rare instrument, so we'll leave it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, where I'm studying right now, there are many xenophobic people and many anti-Turkish people. So I don't want to get noticed.
Okay.
Why
Where are you? What country are you in?
I thought you're studying in Germany. Did I not have like gangs? Are you like studying in Eastern
No,
Germany?
I'm not in Germany, but close enough.
Fair enough. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Don't want to get no one battered.
I play a Western instrument. It's like 20 questions. Like, is it a Western instrument? Yes. Okay. Next question. Does it have strings? Do you blow in?
Turkey, some Romanians just said you have a very Bulgarian accent.
Yeah, how does that come about? I don't know. Bulgarian sounding accent. I haven't even met that many Bulgarians. Just one, I think, and that for 5 minutes. How do I sound? I don't know.
Romanian. Why doesn't the Romanian come and join in? We've never really spoke to the Romanian, have we?
Yeah. Let's have a Romanian on.
We spoke to the Moldovan guy, but he seems to have disappeared.
Yeah.
He had plenty to say as well, didn't he? Do you remember last week when we had like an Armenian guy on and a Moldovan, and they
Yeah,
told
like
us
a Bulgarian.
and they told us the history of this war, and like the guy was talking for like 20 minutes, and he explained this thing inside out like a fucking textbook. It was
Which
crazy.
war? I missed the show.
Oh, thank God, because you would have got butthurt because he talks about the Armenian genocide as well.
Oh,
So-
okay.
He's saying the last ever Christian war of removing kebab premises was in 1994, and it was in Azerbaijan. Is that true?
Yes, I think so. In Nagorno-Karabakh, you mean? Nagorno-Karabakh.
I think it might be. Sounds familiar.
Over that region.
Yeah. Going over about clay and stuff like that. And then he started saying like Turkey's like the great evil.
Well, everybody is some great evil to another.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care that much. Like, Britain is the great evil for many countries, and Germany is the great evil for the world. So, sorry, Russia is. Yeah, I don't mind being some ultimate evil to some country.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
But I only get butthurt because the Europeans and then act like we're the great evil for them. But it's total bollocks. We've done nothing to them. We've give as good as we've took. But they try to act like, oh, we've always been pressing them and always been doing this to them. But it's total bollocks. Until an African comes up to me and says it about my country, I'm not bothered. Or an Indian.
Let me tell you about your country.
Yeah.
Or an Irish person?
No one gives a fuck about them.
Fucking potato nigger. I say that I am an Irish citizen. I have an Irish passport, so I'm kind of shitting on myself there, but it's kind of true.
What, Jewel?
No, I'm pure Irish. Isn't that weird?
So yeah, an Irishman that grew up in
England.
Ken,
I live in
yeah,
Scotland.
Ken and live in Scotland. When you're gonna
He's
drop
got-
back, I'm gonna just retire in Wales just to complete the
I'd go
puzzle.
Live in Wales for a bit, just join all the dots, and then I'm going to become prime minister because I'll have experience in all the different parts of the country.
Turkey, a lot of people have been trying to guess in the thread where you're studying is one of them right. You don't have to tell us which it is,
I'm
but
not
is one of
gonna
them
tell.
right? Yeah, but is one of them
They're not
right?
right.
What they've guessed? Fair enough.
If it's true, Turkey, just nod your head. Yeah.
Nod my head, okay. Can you see that? No.
Oh yeah, nice one, mate. Cheers. Thanks. Well, I'm glad that's been cleared up, and now we can move on to the next bit of the show. I mean, that was really interesting. I was not expecting that result at all. Wow.
No
Fascinating.
one would have thought, would it?
The mystery is solved. The butt's closed.
Mystery solved. Done.
Yeah.
Some Austrian guy just said, if he's here, I'll find him and remove him.
Really?
Yeah, he just said it in the thread.
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
You know your quarry now. He has a Western instrument. Okay, that should narrow it down enough.
If you see a suave person walking about with an instrument, it might be him.
The Austrian should remove all the slant-eyed people from his country first. Then come
What?
here.
Why are there a load of Asians in Austria?
Oh, I don't know, man. I was once or twice in Austria, and I saw nobody but Asians. Like, Austrians were nowhere.
Was
Like,
this in
they're-
Vienna?
I was once in Vienna, yes, and once in Graz, and
Apart
yeah,
from all the chinks, was that a beautiful country?
immigrants everywhere, man. I
Was
don't
it
know why.
cozy?
I went in the summer. Maybe that's why. Maybe everyone was on vacation or something. But they were just immigrants. Like
I don't know.
ha-
I've heard a few Eastern Europeans. I didn't talk about all the Vietnamese that have come to the country. So maybe the Vietnamese.
That's from
no,
communism.
I know. Like there were Koreans and Taiwanese, like these kinds of people, and very very interesting. A high number of Spanish.
What?
What the
High
hell
number
is
of
Spaniards
Spanish
doing
in
in
Graz.
Austria?
I met like 100 Spanish people.
Just what for? Well, actually, saying that, there's loads of Spanish in Edinburgh for no reason. So, was it in Vienna then?
No, this was in Graz.
When did you go?
For like
Because
5
maybe,
days,
maybe if it's recent, it's probably because of the recession. They're probably trying to escape Spain.
yeah.
It's actually a lot of Spanish people coming over there for work now. Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen loads of news articles about it.
It's not even news articles. I've heard loads of people. I've been in town a few times over the last few months. I've seen loads of people. I've heard loads of people speaking Spanish. Many people, because I know what
right.
Spanish sounds like. But yeah, there is quite a few Spanish that have come over to work here.
Is Turkey getting any new immigrants? I know that a lot of Russians come to Turkey, don't they?
Yeah.
Like move there. Have you
no,
noticed
yeah.
any else recent
Also,
movements
Germans
like
and Austrians
groups?
also come to Turkey and like buy land and settle here for summer or something like that. Especially southern Turkey. It's full of Russians and Austrians and Germans.
Who would you say the best is?
What?
Who would you say the best immigrant is?
Best immigrant in Turkey?
Yeah.
Well, Kurds, no. I don't know. We don't have that many immigrants, actually. But I would say people from ex-Soviet countries, perhaps.
So Eastern Europe.
Yeah, and Central Asia, the Turkic countries, Turan strong countries.
Turan strong. Yeah. Why do you get a lot of Central Asian immigrants there, like Kazakhs and Kyrgyz?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get a lot of South Koreans, don't you? Because of the Korean War.
No.
Like tourist wise. Because of they weren't like a famous story of like a Turkish soldier taking care of like a South Korean girl, and like it became sort of a hero of Turkey and South Korea.
Yeah, relations are fine between the two nations, but no, we don't get that many South Koreans here.
Alright, if I got a few tourists, wonder where they heard that then, because it's obviously bullshit.
Well, if a South Korean knows about the history of his or her country, like, then they are usually sympathetic towards us, but most of the time they're just neutral, especially the younger generation who didn't learn much.
Yeah, all they learn is America strong, America greatest ally.
Yeah. But North Korea is best Korea, man.
How'd you read about that? What he said around the New Year's message. He wants to unify them. Well, he alluded to it, but said that this military must still stay strong. I wonder how that's going to work.
Well, the two Koreas will unify, and their military will also unify, and they will attack Japan, and they will attack China, and the Korean empire will rise from the east like an eagle over the whole world. No, that's just fan fiction.
Do you think America would allow them to unify though? Because I think now America's got so much invested, I don't think they would allow it. Because they got so much invested in South Korea.
The only way I could see it happening was if like America is like
in huge debt to China. But that debt, if that debt were to grow even bigger, then China would force America. But that's just like video game
Yeah,
conspiracy
speculation.
theory stuff. I don't know.
So yeah, if anyone wants to call in, how can no one want to call in out of 45 listeners?
I don't know. It must be really
Oh,
quiet.
yeah.
I think it's because the Irish guy and the Brazilian guy isn't here. In fact, I think the Brazilian guy's listening now.
Well, Brazil, if you're listening, phone in.
He's just
Come on.
pissed.
Brazil, come on, join in. My Skype keeps trying to say that I live in Qatar, and I don't. Fucking weird.
Why would it say that? What the hell?
I haven't got a clue.
So is there any good threads in it at the moment?
What?
Any good threads? It's just I'm just reading a thread what a poll has made about Lithuania being the biggest joke country ever. Lithuanians and Poles historically don't really like each other, apparently.
What? Really?
Oh,
I mean, I thought Lithuania and Poland were in a
Well,
like
they were in a union, weren't they? The common Lithuanian Polish Commonwealth, but
yeah, for like 300 years.
Wherever there's a union, there's a butthurt.
Ah,
Look at Scotland and England.
Nice.
I see what you've done there. Turn that right round on me.
Original, do not copy.
Actually, just on that
Is
subject,
someone snorting coke? What's that fucking sound?
I was just Manklad just wiping something.
Oh, okay.
he's wiping all the yeah.
What is
Anyway,
this? What
sorry.
is you saying, Rhoda?
About Scotland. So I've got a job interview for a place up in Scotland. I've never actually worked there before, and I've come back. They've invited me back for a second interview. But the first interview I did a little presentation for them about who I was and all this kind of stuff, and then they had to ask me a few questions. So they said to me, the first thing it says like, how do you feel like it's for an environmental thing. They said, how do you feel people look at waste differently between Scotland and England? And I was like, I don't know. Then they asked me about this specific piece of legislation called Zero Waste Scotland. And then they said like, do you know the specific thing we're talking about? And I was just like, no. Then I said, what is it? They said it was Zero Waste Scotland. I said I'd never heard of it, and then I realised, hang on, I've applied for this job, but the Scottish law is totally different to English law. And I said all of them. Yeah, I said all over my CV, like I'm really good about, like I know all the legislation. I'm really I know all the sector stuff. And then they fucking wiped me out in the first like 5 minutes of this interview. They was like, oh, so hang on, you don't actually know what you're talking about at all.
Oh.
Well, what's Scotland crying about then? They always crying that, we make all the decisions for them. They haven't got enough independence. Well, if their system's totally different to ours, what they're crying about?
Don't know. Specifically with those laws, I can see why they're different. You mean with regards to independence? Why?
Yeah, because one of the reasons they say, London makes too many decisions for Scotland. They don't get enough, they don't get enough privy to their own decisions and how their country is. But you just said they've got like a totally different system. So what's the problem? Are they talking bullshit?
Independence, really.
Or is it just mostly nationalistic reasons?
It's a romantic dream.
Yeah.
Rather than being a rational decision, it's more a sort of romantic self-realization of a demos, of a people, and it's a bit BS really, because it doesn't work, does it? I mean, do you think Scotland would really be better off as its own country? I don't think it would. I think it's
what the heck?
Like it's an artistic. It's people trying to do some sort of artistic expression of how they think Scotland should be, like sort of free and independent, and just like William Wallace, fucking Braveheart, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Rather than being people sitting around the table and thinking, hang on, what's best for us? What's best for the country? It's just pretty Birdlow in other ways as well.
AOP's Island.
Yeah, I agree with you that most of the independence movements in the world are not actually viable.
Are you saying this because of Kurdistan?
Yeah, think about it. I don't care if they split up, but what will happen if they split up? They do split up. We'll just have two fascist states in the Middle East. Who the fuck wants that? I don't want that.
What do you think of the current Turkish government? Are you a Kemalist?
Not exactly. I'm not exactly a Kemalist. But I do recognize the things that Atatürk did for the country, and I'm in favor of like expanding upon those things and replacing the parts that need revision or like betterment in general.
I know I got sent like a package from a Turkish Bernd, and they sent me like a little old informational book about Ataturk. It was just they give to kids, and it just it was funny as fuck. Basically, his life story is that he used to read poetry, and that's where he got his Western ideas, and he wanted to bring freedom and democracy to Turkey.
What? Is this a book you got?
Yeah, I made a thread about it.
Oh,
I got like it's like a little children's book about Ataturk.
Wow.
From like the 80s.
Well, he's a great guy. He's a really inspirational guy. I don't agree with everything, but kind of like almost like a Hitler, Mao Zedong. He's really inspirational.
Yeah, he did a lot for Turkey.
I wouldn't compare him to Hitler and Mao.
No, I don't. You know what I mean? He's captured people's imagination, and now he kind of represents.
Yeah, he
that
definitely has.
way.
Actually, he has paved the way for a better Turkey, but we are Turks. We are barbaric fuckheads. We don't know what to do with like good things. We just fuck it up. It was this way. Like our whole history has been like this.
Is it a common thing in Turkey nowadays to say, "Oh, if Kemal was here now, such and such a thing would be different"?
Some diehard Kemalists do that all the time, and it really pisses me off because the guy is dead. Get over it. Guy is dead. His ideology was fine for his time, but it needs revision, and the country needs some serious reformatting to do.
Fair enough.
Very wise and measured response.
Nah, true, yeah.
Well, you can't ignore realpolitik. Like, what Mustafa Kemal did in his time was necessary for the new state's survival between all those imperial powers in a volatile environment. And now we're past those times. We're one of the top 20 economies in the world, and we have to move on, for fuck's sake, and just get with the times, so to speak.
What do you think of the current government? They call them the Islamist government here, but I don't really think. I think that's the wrong term to use to describe them.
And yeah, Islamist is not quite the term to use. We prefer idiots, dumbasses, and such endearments.
Turkey, I have a constitutional question. Is it not true that the army has a duty to overthrow the government if it becomes too Islamic? Is that not true in Turkey? Like it's
how it's phrased. It's not how it's phrased.
But like the army has that responsibility.
It goes like this: the army is not the only, but one of the protectors of the Turkish state and the Turkish Republic. So, if any threat arises to the
Republic
and the state, the army has the power to intervene. But they have used that in the past too much and too unnecessarily at times. At times, not always. But yeah, that's why they are now paying the price for it. It's almost like karma.
I don't
So
believe in karma, mate.
Well, I don't, but I don't either. But
No, I was just referencing something we were talking about earlier. Like right at the start of the show, we were talking about karma.
so
yeah.
what would you say the biggest problem is with the current leader of Turkey? What's his name? Erdogan or something?
Erdogan.
Yeah, well, what do you say his
His
biggest
biggest problem
downfall
is-
is?
He is an egomaniac, first of all. He's a bully.
Why does he want Turkey to like take over the region and stuff? Really belligerent.
It's not realistic. Belligerence will not pay off well for those guys in the government right now.
Is he popular in Turkey? Do you think he'll get another term in?
He is constitutionally prohibited from a fourth term, I think. Fourth or third term, I think.
Or do you think
Anyway,
his political party
he
will
won't
get
be
in
able-
again?
His party will be able to get in, but he's like the Führer, so they haven't got anyone to replace him if he's gone. So he's trying to institute like president style rule of government, like in America, where he's the sole president and the underlings beneath him. But I don't think that's going to go through anytime soon. So his Justice and Development Party will face a huge succession crisis, and I think it will be crumbling very soon.
Is he pro-EU? Does he want Turkey in the EU?
I honestly don't know, because until 2005 or 6, we were like, oh my God, we are going into the EU. We even got a date for negotiations. Oh my God, it's all so rosy and beautiful, and life is good, and Allah is on our side. But now it's just, I don't know, fuck Syria, fuck our neighbors, fuck everybody, fuck Israel, fuck America, fuck.
What do you think? Do you want to be in the EU? Or do you think Turkey's strong enough on its own?
I don't know what the advantages of EU would be right now, because all of the pigs countries, and I don't know if it would be a viable move to like join the EU. And well, I don't know. Turkey has a very young population, so and much of that population is unemployed. So
Yeah.
it would mean a huge influx of Turks into Europe, which
No.
none of the European Union countries want that right
All
now.
the Germans just shivered.
In fact, many of the unemployed in Turkey are actually university graduates who can't find a job.
But what
A lot
type
of
of is it like artists, like them
No,
type of
no.
graduates, or is it like
Some
engineers and
engineers, some teachers, linguists, you name it, whatever.
bloody hell?
It's just hard to get a job if you don't have contacts.
Is it easy to come to Europe if you're Turkish? Is it like is it still easy to get into Germany if you're Turk?
Well, it depends on your passport, actually. If you have a green passport, you're free to come in without a visa for like 3 months, I think.
How do you get different passports? Is it like what region you're from or what family you're from?
No. Region doesn't matter, but you have to be a public servant of some degree. I don't really remember, fourth or third degree, I think. And after some years, you get a green passport, and that you can provide that for your child also. Then.
Which do you
Your
have?
Hmm?
Do you have a green passport?
Yes, I do. That's why I like to enrich Europe from time to time.
Fair
Are you
enough.
coming to our country taking our job?
Sorry?
No, nothing. Sorry. I was there's something they often say. Coming over here, taking our jobs. Actually, there was one really funny thing I heard this like anti-immigration guy say. Was like, he was telling me about a time that he saw this dole queue and there was loads of Eastern Europeans in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what dole, like unemployment benefits.
Yeah.
So there was people queuing for unemployment benefits, and he said to me, all those fuckers coming over here, taking our benefits, taking our jobs. And I just looked at him and said, well, if they're on benefits, they're not, they're not taking your jobs, are they? 'Cause they're unemployed. So you got to make your mind up before you have a go.
Yeah, but he was right on principle because those guys are basically just leeching off other people's money.
I've noticed in Germany though, you never hear Germans talking about foreigners taking their jobs. All they ever say is, "Oh, Turks just come here and don't work and just take our money." I've never seen a German on it say, "Oh, Turkish people taking our jobs."
I don't know why could that be. Well, I really have no idea. Like, Turks are usually hardworking people, but I don't know. Maybe easy money makes them not work like everybody else on the planet. That's the problem with social government, isn't it?
Yep. Does the average Turk know of their reputation in Germany, or do they think Germany loves them? Does the average Turkish person?
We are quite aware of our reputation in the world, in Europe in particular, and most people try all the time to change it. Oh, Europeans still think us like riding camels and wearing fez and like smoking hashish. What the fuck is that? I don't smoke. They're right in part, but how can I say? I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry, I forgot.
Well,
so you're trying to remove kebab from yourself.
Yes. Every Turk who's ever been outside the country to a Western country says they still see us as backwards fucks, and I've showed them we're not. So I've told everyone we're developed and civilized, and and it's a great inferiority complex in Turkish people.
Turkish. Some Germans just asked, he said, since you was talking about how Turkish people can't get jobs, how come you've studied music, which is even more useless?
Let me see that for a sec. Ishak Fanja.
Maybe he's artistic.
Well, because I fucking love music, that's why.
Well, that's a good reason. That's a good enough reason. He likes music.
Yeah, I'm not coming at him. I'm just repeating the question. But yeah, man, he's doing what he loves. That's good.
I don't care about the job finding capability of my desired profession, but
yeah, it's better you do something you love.
I live once. I will only live once, and I want to do something that I like, not just waste my life sitting behind a desk and.
I just can't stop picturing when Assassin's Creed, when you're in Istanbul or Constantinople, and you have those like guitar players. I just can't stop thinking of you as one of those guitar players in Istanbul.
Just walk.
Yeah, have you ever played Assassin's Creed? You had to do a mission in a palace. There's a mission where you have to walk about the Ottoman palace as a guitar player. I can't stop thinking of you as one of them.
As a musician, do you get lots of hoes? Do you get lots of bitches?
Well,
are they attracted to you?
I love Crouchan.
Well, I mean, obviously it's unlikely because you're here. So I mean, and it's the weekend. So I mean, it's unlikely. But I'm just I'm throwing it out there as a musician.
Sorry, I'm a classical musician, so it's
it classical, nice.
That's even better, mate. They love
it. No. No, sorry, guys. I don't get bitches all the time. I get bitches rarely. Like, so rarely that's not even a statistic. Negligible.
I've had about, probably about 4
Guys,
bitches.
Sorry, I have to piss so much. I will be back.
Alright, mate. So what's you saying, man, lad?
Nah, I'm saying I've not had a lot of bitches recently over the last 3 years or so. Not many at all. Probably about 2.
Were they girlfriends or just like one night stands from the pub?
It's like one was a one night stand, the other one was just some girl. She wasn't your proper girlfriend, just some girl who was sort of seeing, wink wink, not serious,
Yeah.
like a fuck buddy basically.
Do you used to
What
get
about
a
you,
lot
Carl?
back in the day? Oh, I get nothing,
Yeah.
me.
I
Me,
used to get a lot
I'd
more.
never go out.
I used to get a lot more than you do now. There was a thread on it about how many people, girls who shagged, and I'm 27 now, but I've shagged 12 girls, which isn't a lot
Right.
compared to some lads.
That's not bad. Not bad.
It's not
Better than me.
But
Yeah, man.
I've shagged 2 in the last 4 years, or 3 years rather.
I know. I kind of know where you're coming from, because I like in the last 2 years I've had a really in about the last 1.5 years of an absolute dry spell where I haven't had anything. But before that, I had about 10.
Yeah, it's what I mean. It's the same with me.
I was doing really well, and then something just like
It's
I just,
weird.
felt,
It's
I
like
just kind of gave up.
it's not like I've lost interest. It's just that sex in general doesn't like excite me as much as it used to, especially when I was like in my late teens and early 20s. It's just like now. It's just like another thing, really. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain. You know what I mean, though, don't you?
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean. Like I wouldn't know how to pick a girl up now, or like what to do. It feels really foreign to me, like something that I wouldn't even know how to experience.
Do you ever feel under pressure though, man, lad, being like 27, not having a bird yet? Because this is like the
No.
age, you start trying to get, settle
Do
down.
you want to get
No.
married?
We'll put it this way, yeah. A lot of my mates have got kids that are not with the kids' mothers anymore. I know one lad that got married at 21 and was divorced by 24. And he
Fucking
was
hell.
like one of two. And there's only one lad, one of my mates, who's still married to his bird. The rest, never got married and just split up with the bird.
So you'd rather do it late on than stay together than do it?
I'd rather do it late on. Yeah, I'd rather have kids. I've always said to myself, if I don't have kids by the time I'm 33, 34, then I won't have any kids at all.
Do you want kids?
Serious?
I'm not sure. I'm not open to it yet. I'm still open to it. I'm not really decided, in all honesty. To be honest with you, I don't pressure myself worrying about it like a lot of people do. It's one of
Yeah.
those things. I just want to
No.
enjoy life.
Yeah. I want kids though, like around the time I don't know, like you were saying, about 30, early 30s. I think would be a good time.
Yeah,
But then the thing is, I want you kind of have to meet someone before that.
that's what I mean. I want to
Yeah.
meet person. I was brought up by a single mother, me. So I just don't want. If I have kids, I want them to have both the parents around. That was one thing. So I'm a bit cautious about who I will have kids with.
Yeah, repeating the pattern.
Mm.
What about you, Turkey?
What about me? Do I want kids?
Yeah?
Yes, I do, in fact, to educate them in the proper way of work and Turan.
Do you want a big family?
No, I'm not a big fan of big families. I was a very reserved kid when I grew up. But
Why was you an only child?
yeah, I was an only child. I still am, thankfully. Yeah, but I really do want kids because there's so many good things in the world that need to be passed on.
What would you do if your daughter brought home a Christian? Would you remove White Opigu from premises?
No, I will just ridicule him. Your God is nailed to a cross.
That's quite a Jewish thing to say.
We're like I should not say we're because I'm not Muslim. But, like the Jews and Arabs have that advantage over Christians, don't they? They get to ridicule their God.
Yeah, we can't fucking draw yours in case you guys go
Yeah.
crazy and start rioting.
Yeah,
Jeez.
we have that privilege. Like you can't
That's so
ridicule
stupid.
Muslims in any way because you'll get blown up.
Do you understand how hypocritical that is and how annoying that is?
I know. That's why.
That's why he's atheist.
Okay. No, but do people I think Turkey actually isn't that bad for it. Turkey's okay. It's not. It's and because there's quite a big like middle class in Turkey and people who like are educated. So do the people, even the Muslims in Turkey, they understand how silly it is?
Yes.
Well, you get
they
your
do.
extremists in every country, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Turkey there should be like a bit. You'd expect it to be like more Western. I don't know, more
Well, yeah, it
educated.
is. I can remember he said that every Turk who goes abroad are always trying to tell you Turkey's not
Yeah.
what you think, it's Western.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, but it really depends where you are in Turkey. Like the three biggest cities, Istanbul, Ankara, and Izmir, have the most tolerant population because of the high education levels there. But as soon as you go into other cities, like it changes almost immediately.
Have you been all over Turkey?
Uh, Not everywhere yet, not yet, but I'm trying to because it's a beautiful country. I want to see it before I die.
What parts have you been to up to now?
I've been to the west, of course.
Where's this Turkey you're talking about?
Yeah.
What?
Is this
Yeah,
Turkey you're talking about?
yeah, I'm asking where in Turkey has you
Yeah.
been? Because it's like a massive country.
Well, I don't know how I should describe this. Open up a map of Turkey from Google. I've been to like Istanbul, Izmir, Edirne, Antalya, of course, Bodrum, and some cities in the eastern part of Turkey, like Adıyaman, Malatya.
Did you get heatenings in eastern Turkey?
What?
Did you get heatenings
Evenings all the time.
in eastern
Every
Turkey?
summer.
And it like really lawless, and it like you could just get shot on the street and eat just like that.
What do
Because
you mean?
I'm sure I've seen some videos of like heatenings, like nervous, feeling scared.
Because of the terrorists or whatever.
Yeah.
Once I should have went to a city once, but my bus was cancelled because of a recent terror attack. I was like, oh, okay, let's go somewhere else then. But no, I haven't seen it firsthand yet. But yeah, it's a real danger, isn't it? Especially you're in the east. If you're in the east, all the time these Kurdish freedom fighters, as the BBC calls them, are like laying mines everywhere and killing people.
Well, I thought they do what type of terrorism did they do? Is it like mostly car bombs, or did they like shoot people, or what? What's their
Well,
method?
the PKK is well, they started out with an agenda actually, like freedom for Kurdish people and Kurdish rights, recognized Kurdish independent Kurdish state, whatever. Nowadays, I don't think they have much left of that agenda. Nowadays, they're just like drug trafficking, human trafficking, and just senseless mass killings of people.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, what's did they like car bombs or shoot just like mass shootings? I know that in Ankara they like threatened to blow up like a Protestant church or something, didn't they?
That was in Trabzon or Antioch, not in Ankara.
Oh,
Antakya, yes, Antioch. It was there, and some Italian, I think, priest got killed there a few years back.
bloody hell!
Yeah, we're not tolerant at all. It's frightening. Yeah, one of you was talking about the hypocrisy of like religions, and yeah, the Muslim hypocrisy is one of the things why I'm an atheist, because they always want to like respected to get respected and be respected and like be held in high esteem all over the world, and they don't pay respect to any other religions whatsoever. Even their own sects, like the Alevites and Shiites, they condemn them for being here. Well, the Christians do that as well. So, anyway.
Do you have like had to just study the Quran in school in Turkey, or is it banned because of Kemal?
No, actually, after the 1980 military coup, religious studies in schools was a mandatory lecture class. So no, we didn't actually read from the Quran, but we had a textbook which contained basic information about religions in the world and especially on Sunni Islam.
Oh,
I
right.
didn't pay much attention to it because it's a laughing stock of all classes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. How's it like in England? Do you forcefully read the King James Bible or such?
Now, but we have intensive religious studies. It's mandatory to learn about Judaism, Islam, and Christianity.
We learnt about Judaism and Christianity, but we didn't learn about Islam. We always remember that. We never learnt about it.
Oh, maybe it's just because I went to a Paki school then. But yeah, I enjoyed it actually. I like learning about religion and stuff. We actually watched like a little cartoon about Muhammad, and I've always thought all these years, how did we watch that? Because I thought you're not allowed to draw him, but we watched like a little clay animation about his life. But how was we allowed to do that if you're not allowed to draw him? That's always been a question in my mind all these years after.
You watched what? Some clay documentary about Muhammad?
Well, it's like, like a clay cartoon, like a clay animation.
I saw that here
Like
in a
stop
religious
motion.
TV channel. I was like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Why are they talking into that light thing?
Yeah, I think that might have been it, because yeah, it was just like just like showing him like talking to Allah and like how we found him and stuff, like his life up to when he found Allah and then that spreading the message.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was alright.
Love in the Islamic narrative. I love how Muhammad waits until he turns 40 to like find God. That's preparation time, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
Jesus waited a bit, didn't he, until he became a prophet? Didn't he?
Well-
He waited. He was like 30 years old. He only got baptized when he was like late 20s, 30.
I don't
Yes.
know. I didn't know much about Christian theology.
Yeah, he's baptized by John the Baptist, and then he went round. I don't know, doing making. Actually, hang on. In Turkey, do you know like the story, the Christian stories about Jesus, like all the miracles?
Which one?
You
I
know,
know
like-
that he turned water into wine. He
Yeah,
walked on water. He cured lepers. Thank you, Monty Python's Life of Brian.
You know the one about like the bread and the fish?
He's not the Messiah. He's a naughty boy.
The bread in the bush.
No, the bread and the fish, dude. Anyway, so like, they go down to have like a party. Well, yeah, basically a party with some of their friends, and he's preaching, and then they run out of food, and then Jesus says to them, okay, give me five loaves of bread and 5 fish, and then they pass it round, and like it's enough to feed like 5,000 people. Just because the bread keeps multiplying, and at the end they're all like, where the fuck did all that bread and fish come from? They look around at Jesus and he's like, thank you.
The only one I remember is when they trashed that market, like all the Jewish sellers like selling all the stuff in the market and just start flipping all the tables and going crazy. That's the only one I remember.
Yeah, they're in a temple. They're in a Jewish temple, and there's people trading money in there, like being stock exchange kind of stuff. And he goes in there and he flips out and he kicks them all out. This is a house of God. You have to serve God in here. And it's basically just it's a big fuck off to the Jews, basically.
He was the 1% before it was cool.
Jesus, bro. Yeah.
Jesus, bro? What do you mean?
Oh, he's just a bro. Now that I think about it, he was actually a pretty good lad. Actually, mate, I think I might become Christian now.
I'd love to see a Muslim walking about with his shirt saying Muhammad is my bro.
Well, I don't know, man. The Semitic religions are weird shit. really weird.
Are you a Turanist? Or whatever the native religion of Turkey is called.
Turanist. Turan.
Shamanism. No, no, I don't support Turan because I think the idea is laughable. To be honest, and shamanism, I think we grew out of it like 1,000 years ago.
Fair
Like
enough.
praying fires for guidance and invisible ghosts. No thanks, I don't want that.
There's only 5 minutes left. This show's gone quick.
There's only been 3 people on the show, 4 people on the show. Wow, that's unusual. What's been up with everybody today? Why has nobody come on?
Explain yourselves.
We've had the same amount of listeners, around 50, so
Yeah, that's weird.
just one of those days.
The Brazilian didn't come on today. Maybe that's why.
I hope he isn't upset about all them calling him and that.
They weren't really calling. We were just going over when he said. What did he say now?
How does it feel to be Churka?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks Rhoda, Mancard and Turkey for calling in. Saved me.
No problem, mate.
No problem.
I just couldn't bear it. When I heard you at the start speaking on your own, it's the most fucking embarrassing thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It was like, just the way you were just there was such desperation. You were like, please, someone save me. All the big pauses. There was like 10-second pauses there. It was good. I had fun.
Yeah,
It was like
show.
Awkward Hours #2.
Yeah, replaced it.
Look at us. Look what we did. Actually, why did they stop podcasting, those two guys? Why did they stop doing the show?
The radio. Well, one of them, the main guy that runs the radio, he just couldn't be bothered with it anymore. He just felt it was too much.
What was this? Which show was this?
You know what? Awkward Hours. He said he
yeah.
thought 2 hours was too much, and he just had other stuff on. Basically, he just couldn't be bothered, so they just stopped.
Right.
Just fair enough.
Has anyone recorded this show?
Yeah, I'm recording it. I always record them and put them on Burn Nights on YouTube.
Nice one, mate.
Fuck. I'm on YouTube. Shit.
Oh yeah, you're famous now.
There's already
I'm gonna
something.
sue you, man.
You're one step
Turkey.
closer to being found and killed.
Dude, Turkey, we fucking know about you. We know you're in a country that hates Turks. We know you play a classical Western instrument. And we know you're a fucking Turk. Those are the 3 things. We're gonna get you.
Just
We're
get
gonna
groups of
crowd
skinheads
someone,
walking
yeah.
about with a recording of your voice just saying speak.
We'll get
Okay,
the recording
I'll-
on YouTube, yeah. Well, the show
Okay,
will have
just
like
get
500,000
my
hits.
knives, and wait for you.
I'm trying to think of the ones. I was on the one last week. I was on the one the week before. There's a couple of missed, so I'm just looking at them on the YouTube site now.
Oh yes, it's some I either forgot to record or just didn't do the show.
Oh yeah, there's one where it went wrong, wasn't it? Where you recorded it, but you didn't record it.
Oh yeah, that was it. I thought I pressed record, but I didn't.
It happens sometimes. And I was on the one with Knocking Bob.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Oh,
That.
that was a classic. That was the Halloween one. I think that was the first one I ever called into.
Yeah, man, that
And
was a good episode.
That's
That.
the one where you read. I think that was the one where you read out my poems, Carl.
Oh yeah, to Josh earlier with the gloves.
The gloves, like where I said that I wanted to come on her gloves or something.
Yeah,
It was a haiku. It was very good. I remember. It was very artistic.
she got well freaked out.
I know. I wish I was actually in the chat at that point because you read it out. There was no context. What I was trying to do is get across my love for her, but it kind of came across as like a sexual threat.
Is that the one, the Power Gloves of Shreya?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
little Chinese girl, and I kind of freaked her out a bit. Oh well, what can you do?
So yeah, I guess that's it. Show's over.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in. Thanks for your time, and I
worries.
hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Okay, more people calling next week, yeah?
Yes, please, and a Polish person, please. I want to talk to a Pole
Or
Yeah.
come round and shoot them.
and some girls. Girls are very welcome as well.
Yeah,
Please go.
some sexy ladies. Some
Please
girls.
find Jeff.
Yeah.
Alright, so see you everyone.
See you
Bye
in a bit.
bye.
And thanks for all the listeners. I'll see you next week and call in next time, please. Bye.